As one person said who's unemployed is, and I've experienced this myself being unemployed in the past, and that is you tend to withdraw and you tend to be isolated and feel like this is your fault, it's some lack of education or experience or something that you did wrong. And it really is not that at all, and you're not alone. And that's one of the important messages, is that this is part of larger economic forces that we're all, vulnerable to.
I think a lot of the jobs I want to go into are hurting because of the economy.
United together, we'll never be defeated.
Just because we don't have a job, the possibilities of things that we can do in a positive and constructive way is not gone.
We're here to work. We're not trying not to work. We're not trying to have a handout. We want to be the best we can be to America.
We used to have like around 200, 250 customers a day, and then after the reception, it's like between 300, 350, 450 customers a day, like twice as much as what we used to have before. And it does has the recession affected the economy really, really bad. And that is the reason that a lot of them, they have to look for scrap to get an extra income for their bills, for the mortgages, for whatever they have to pay or to provide their families. It doesn't really matter nowadays. Before you only used to see Hispanic and black people, and before you wouldn't see white people coming in and throw scrap or scrapping. But nowadays, because of the unemployment and no jobs available, and they're doing it. They have no other choices.
I don't got no job. I have a house and I have 3 kids to support, and I don't have a job right now. So I have to do whatever I have to do, and I don't know what's gonna happen. My wife, she's in unemployment right now. She got laid off too. Yeah, she got laid off. And this is already 8 months. I cannot find anything. So, you walk on the alleys, are you driving in the alleys, you don't find anything, because everybody's speaking everything.
Work has been rough for my father and my mother, but we've been putting it in. My dad's been really smart with his money, and he knows how to manage it all, and we always find some new way to make money somehow. So now that I'm working, it takes more stress off of him, but we still we have 2 little girls that we have to take care of also.
We cannot consider our economy recovered if we still have, tens of millions of people out of work.
I look at my daughter Kiera's future. I worry. Sorry. I worry about it because I want her to be well taken care of and be able to take care of her family when she gets older. But I don't know how that's going to work because the jobs are so far and few in between that you just don't know how it's going to be when she gets old enough to go out there and start a family and have a job.
Whoever I talk to that's laid off, I always tell them, hey, don't give up. Don't give up. Have the faith. We'll keep going. We're going to keep fighting.
Not only give me my job back, give all the American workers their jobs back.
I'm Beatrice Lumpkin, and since I'm 91 years old, I went through the Great Depression. In some ways, what's happening now is worse. There are lessons, though, I think we can learn, and that is this country didn't begin to lift itself out of the Depression until our movement was so large we convinced Franklin D. Roosevelt and his congressmen and senators to start the WPA and for the young people, Civilian Conservation Corps.
A lot of the jobs that have lost are not going to be replaced unless we take dramatic action to restructure our economy and to really make major investments into good living wage jobs.
It's also important for those of us who are unemployed to avoid isolation, to stay in touch with people who are working, people who are doing volunteer work, and not to go hide in a closet somewhere and try to let the world go by without us.
I'm doing it for not only my grandchildren, but all the young people who've studied hard and they've done what they're supposed to. Now where's their future if there are no jobs?
There are basically two forces in the electoral system, right? You have money and you have people. And we have the people.
We're not going to lay down. We're not going to stop. We're going to fight until we win. If we don't win today, we're going to fight tomorrow. If we don't win next week, we're going to fight next week. If we don't win next year, we're going to fight next year. We're going to fight until we win.